All right. Well, we just got back watching The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. Um,
I
First
liked
off,
it.
well, let's talk about what it's about. Get the audience to it. So we're gonna keep this first part spoiler free, or try to. But
The main point of the story,
is basically some
haunting
kid,
again.
some kid gets possessed, commits a murder, and it's up for Ed and Lorraine Warren to investigate and clear his innocence, because supposedly they're gonna go with the whole he was possessed.
You can't convict them because of demonic possession.
Some shit like that,
And
yeah.
actually, that brings up a very good point.
What?
It didn't take effect in.
Wait, what are you talking about?
They didn't care about demonic possession.
Well,
They still convicted him of murder.
They still don't though. Like,
Yeah,
it's such a
You think it ever will? Think it ever will?
maybe they need to find some concrete evidence. Obviously, what we saw in the movie was exaggerated and not in the best way.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a lot scarier. I was expecting to be at the edge of my seat, like biting my nails, but it didn't reach that part to me. But I was biting the nachos, bro.
Nachos, crusty
Nachos. But yeah, I want to say I'm
Why
a
did you
little
like it?
disappointed. Like I said, I just thought it was gonna be a lot scarier,
Are you
especially
into horror movies?
not really, but I always found the whole religion, like demonic shit, really creepy growing up. And that's why I was expecting to have the shit scared out of me. Like I still think The Exorcist is way scarier than this shit.
Way more creepier.
Yeah, way more creepier. This had a lot of
You guys catch that little Exorcist fucking wannabe type
oh
intro?
yeah, when the priest came out of the cab, yeah.
Realized he was in the wrong house.
He's like,
yeah,
oh.
go to the original house.
He's like, oh shit.
It's the wrong house.
Wrong house. It's like in Scary Movie 2, you know, when the priest walks in and he sees the Exorcist, he's like, oh fuck. But yeah, I don't know.
How long was that movie?
How long was it?
What time?
Well, the movie's, I'll say a little less than 2 hours.
Like 30 to
Yeah, we got out.
4:30
We got out the movie like at 4:20.
hours.
A little less, yeah. But I didn't feel like a drag though. I don't want to I felt like it was well. Oh,
I kind of did at one point.
I was actually knocking out for a bit, but that was well. I had to wake up early, and you know, I had something to do with it. We drank and everything, so but
Don't involve me.
but I maybe in the beginning I felt like a drag, but other than that, like I wasn't constantly like wanting to check my time. Like I still
You raise your feet.
yeah.
Usually,
It was a
this director James Wan makes really really good fucking scary movies.
Fun fact though, this one was not directed by
Oh, it
James
was
Wan.
some Chavez
It
guy.
was somebody else. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It didn't have that James Wan like suspense. Like I feel like he nails it.
That's true.
Yeah.
It was a little bit too.
You said something about it being cheesy. What did
Yeah,
you
it
mean?
was too cheesy for me.
The nachos.
Like like
No,
what part
in a sense,
or
like I don't know. I'm just tired of horror movies just having that kind of extra with like the love scene and
oh, I
all
get
that,
you.
like,
Remember me.
yes.
Remember me.
I want it to be like just horror, just
Should have been
straight
yeah.
throughout, suspense, thriller, scare me for
They have a demonic like
yes.
thing going. They should have capitalized on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
sunshine and like those like
I get you.
high colored
Yeah.
scenes and shit. You're right.
Those little touchy. It works in some parts, but I thought it was a
Overall,
little too exaggerated.
yeah. Especially given the first two were like really had this. I mean, obviously, you know, the whole stuff that they go through in the movies is kind of exaggerated, but
Yeah,
they've always had this like intensity and I can't really figure out the next word I want to say,
Like
but
tense moments.
yeah,
suspenseful moments.
yeah, way more. But it kept you engaged. In this one, when it happened, I was like, mostly predictable and like
Yeah.
especially the
Yeah.
jump scares.
Very predictable. You could see that shit coming a mile away.
There was very like cliche jump scares where I'm
Yeah.
like, really? That's it? Like, come on. Like jump scares in The Conjuring. I mean, there are
First
some,
ones,
but
yes.
yeah, there are some, but
Even the Annabelle dolls. I don't.
I know actually, I'm not sure.
That was a funny ass scene. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
It's like, how you gonna convince a grand jury when you can't convince me?
Oh, yeah,
You're like,
like-
show me what you got.
And the very next scene,
Her face.
she's in court.
Just
Oh yeah, she looks scared too. She
Like,
looked
took a shit.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I still found it a little disappointing, but
Story was cool. Execution could have been a little bit better.
yes.
Story
Exactly.
was cool. Maybe need a different director.
Maybe, but I want to say, oh no, this guy directed, I think, I forget the name of the director too, but he directed the story of La Llorona or some shit, like the last
Oh,
La
he was the
Llorona.
one?
Yeah.
Oh,
So have you seen that one?
I've seen like Yoda.
How was it?
I didn't.
Okay,
I
so
didn't.
does it make sense now how this one wasn't as good as the
Yeah,
original?
I
Okay,
think, I don't know. It's very predictable. It
yeah.
wasn't scary at all. It was just creepy.
Yeah, like one of the creepy scenes that I did like was the scene in the morgue where she grabs the hand of that dead body, she starts seeing the visions, and then that creepy body gets
That
up.
was a little creepy.
Yeah. That dead body like demonic thing was pretty creepy to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you guys ever
Be
seen
really honest, man.
the last or the Exorcist Rose?
Like probably when it first came
one. I
out.
saw her first one.
There was two.
I was
I
like,
was
what?
like,
I
what?
don't even know. It kind of gave me that whole entire like
Oh, like the vibe of that movie?
The priest getting on trial for murder, but yet like going through the whole entire story. I don't know, just kind of.
Oh,
it looked a
back
little
up. There was a priest that got convicted of murder for doing a fucking exorcism.
Yeah, I think it was I forgot what the real case is, but
Oh, I didn't. Crazy.
check out the movie.
Because
Pretty
honestly,
dope.
it's fucking weird. Like, how do you? Yeah, like they said in the movie, how do you prove? And it's weird, huh? How they say they have a collection of evidence,
Yeah, I doubt it.
but then in reality, it doesn't uphold in court.
You said you enjoyed it. What were move? You said you enjoyed it. Why or like explain?
I just like the story. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was badly directed. It wasn't badly directed. It could have been better.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B
Okay.
minus.
B minus. Okay. I'll probably give it. Yeah. Same here. A C for me. I mean.
No B minus. B negative.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for our thoughts on it. Right now, we're still gonna get into spoilers. All right, so where do we start? I guess the possession in the beginning with the kid and the twist in the body.
I thought that was pretty lame. That whole twisting of the body thing is getting out of hand.
It was a little corny.
Yes. The whole like him.
Bro,
I can see why.
like-
I just think that they're trying to always like kind of reinvent the Exorcist somehow, some way with
Yeah.
those type of movies. Especially in that scene, and especially when the kid transfers the soul or the demon.
Like,
into
bring
the
it to
person.
me, or
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah.
the same thing that happened in the first movie, the Exorcist, the original Exorcist.
Oh, that was the priest.
That's
Huh?
what
That was very lame.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the lamest parts. Like here, possessed me and said, "Man,
Okay.
I'm not gonna give a fuck. He does this whoever he wants." My personal.
Well, isn't it like one of the things with like demons is just, to not call them out or some shit like that?
By the Ed Gein. Ed Gein. What am I thinking? Ed Warren, the one that was telling him, "Don't talk to it." That's with you.
Yeah.
They know how to
Mhm.
get into your.
I thought it was gonna be when I first saw him, like the demon transfer. I thought it was gonna be a movie of, like, just it was gonna focus on the kid or the guy that's possessed. What's his name, Arnie? And just the whole time we're gonna be with him and just he won't know whether what's real or not. Like that's where what I thought was gonna happen, and Ed and Lorraine obviously step in and like try to like explain him or help him through it. But
I was actually very confused up until like maybe 30 minutes into.
what part?
I was like, "What do you mean?" I thought it was a demonic possession.
What it was?
Because
Well, I don't know.
No.
Like, it kind of wasn't. It was more
It
like a
wasn't.
curse. It was more like
that's why he could read off the book.
Well,
because
because
he wasn't possessed. He was initially like
Yeah.
under like you said, curse or something.
That's
but
why
whenever he did get possessed, it was the demon that's the one that showed up at the end to collect the lady's soul, right?
When that grabs him in the hospital.
When that grabs the witch.
He's like the demon requires a soul. He's like, and
Did
it's
he
not
say
going.
the devil requires a soul?
Yeah, yeah. I just thought the intro like it didn't hook me. Like, okay, we'll see how the rest of the movie goes, and then
Yeah, they didn't have that extra case.
It really didn't make any sense. I think.
Yeah.
what part or
When,
the
that,
movie?
when the father says, oh, "I have a collection of all this witchcraft."
Wait,
Why?
I kind of thought that originally gave it away.
He was.
Why don't they check back to the house when they find out where
they need to have a movie, Jose.
I think that gave it away. That shit would look like a ritual.
Yeah, you kind of did give it away.
Even
but
you called it, I think.
I did not. I thought it was the prison
Oh,
doctor. Prison father.
prison.
I will say that the murder scene was pretty.
The one with
Where it goes all black and all of a sudden you just get crawling like towards him.
that was probably one of the only creepiest parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was, yeah.
You know why I thought it was a father? Because he cuts himself with the glass. Gave.
Oh yeah.
At first I was like, oh, well,
Oh, true.
that's why I'm like, has
I didn't
gave-
even notice
gave the
that.
weapon.
Well, yeah. Well, I noticed when he gave him the glass, but I don't know why it didn't click. I'm like, oh, I don't know why. He couldn't
so
have
I was
been
like
the
prime
girlfriend.
suspect.
You were taking notes during the movie. You know. That's what I should have been doing right now.
Talk about
What happened? So then he whatever the demon transfers over to him. He starts seeing this like weird like older lady like while he remember when he had the chainsaw and everything and
Oh yeah.
even before that.
Yeah, I thought that was a nut. I was like, why is he seeing a nut?
But then it makes sense by the
Yeah.
end. And then so yeah, he just starts seeing weird things until it finally fucking kicks in, and I think that's the scene you were talking about where the demon, which I really thought was gonna be way creepier than what we saw. It was still kind of creepy, but so whatever he gets possessed, and he ends up killing his girlfriend's
Boss.
Oh, boss, yeah.
So he just stabs him like what they said, like 25 times.
22 times.
I noticed.
times.
Just like the
The other girl,
Yeah,
yeah,
stabbed her
22
22
times.
times.
Oh shit! So there is a
On her 22nd birthday on the 22nd of October. You guys catch that?
no
Oh.
1922. I'm like, damn, I didn't catch that shit
I
either.
know.
Goddamn. Throwing the audience off too, bro. But yeah. Well, we kind of talked about that scene about him killing the boss. Didn't think it was that creepy. I gotta even. Shit, it's one of those almost forgettable movies right now.
Honestly, yeah.
I just thought it was stupid that they would let her go by herself to the priest's house again, only to be
Wait, what?
towards the end.
Oh, towards the end.
She goes back to.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
transcript.
And then he finds out like right then and there, and it wasn't even intense at all. I'm like, they're gonna make it out of this. We all know.
I like how they try to make the tense moment where choose the weapon, huh? If you know so much.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one of the things at the beginning that I thought was gonna be a factor in this one, throughout the whole movie is that guy has a heart attack in the beginning. I thought it was gonna be a constant thing
I
to
thought that
where.
was random.
Well, now watching the movie, yeah, but I thought it was gonna be a constant like thing during the movie where that's a danger to him. Like he can't really
Yeah.
interact. he can't really help Lorraine out as much. But it was whatever. He was running around.
Problem.
He fucking tackled that fucking body down. Like I'm like, okay, this guy's
Oh,
fine.
that part also actually I admit was creepy. The morgue scene.
Yeah,
The-
yeah,
That big guy.
yeah. His design was pretty creepy. So yeah, he gets possessed. Or you guys have anything else to add from that scene, or you guys are good?
And another thing. No, I'm just playing.
So he gets possessed. Then he's walking down the street, and he's like, "I think I heard somebody with fucking dirt." I don't know.
That was pretty creepy.
Wait,
I'll
what?
give you that. Talking
Where-
about
Where he's walking down the street, and the cop pulls up, and he's like, "I think I heard somebody."
Oh,
And
he's
he
all
was
bloodied up.
Yeah. Oh, I did. And then the trial happens there. Am I missing anything between that?
that is jokes to me.
So they're trying to look for the other artifacts. Are there any cases that are like familiar with that?
But that was after they go out to find more evidence, right? But so after
That
they find
happened in
him,
a span of a few days, I think.
Yeah.
after they found him on the road, it cuts to the trial, right? Oh no, it cuts to
Well, prison, and then
No,
then
but
they're
they,
interviewing him.
no, but then they when was the scene goes under the house and she
Wait. After.
that's after the trial. That's when they're trying to go find evidence to prove his his diabolic whatever is. He was
Yeah,
possessed.
Yeah, because that's after Ed wakes up and he's like, "No, it's not the kid. It's not David."
Because the scene that you brought up that you said was jokes was the it was like, how are you gonna convince me when you can't convince the jury? So that happens before the trial, right? So yeah, that's one of the scenes that I wanted to get to because I thought it was pretty funny, where she was like, she's basically this lawyer who's like, there's no way this is gonna work. You guys are saying that he was possessed by a demonic presence, but it's not gonna work in law.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
prove it, like
And she was like, if you guys can't convince me, you guys can convince the jury. And so their thing was that they were gonna be like, well, come to our house, we'll show you Annabelle, and then we'll go from there. What's up? What's up? Yeah. And then the very next scene after that, she's in the
Trembling.
trial, like all trembling, like
I kind of low key would have liked to see why they started trembling, why she's
like a small little scene of Annabelle. Yeah. Yeah. I like the little shout out to Annabelle though. Even though I haven't seen those movies, are they good? Yeah.
they're creepy. They're
I've
way
seen-
creepier than this.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, they're way creepier.
Really?
I found
Oh,
number-
actually,
It's
that
still
makes
James
sense.
Wan, isn't it?
Might like produce it or help out with it a little.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've seen number 3 recently. That one is actually pretty creepy.
There's a third Annabelle, or two? There's two, right?
I think it's 3.
Three.
Yeah. The Annabelle Returns.
I might have to check those out. Then they're
Check
good.
them out. They're actually pretty good. They're suspenseful. They're
It always reminds me of those dolls that they have at quinceañeras and shit. You know, the one with the creepy eyes.
hate those shit.
Oh my
Never-
god, they're
I never
always
liked those dolls. Now, what you have it in your room? Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
now.
I hate that shit.
So yeah, they're in the trial, and the lawyer basically needs more proof on the reason why he acted the way he did under demonic possession. It sounds so ridiculous saying it, like, oh my god, like
Now that you think about it, yeah, like
if I was in the jury, I'd be like, no, this motherfucker's guilty, man. So they set off, and that's when the movie actually begins, and that's when they decide to go from the beginning of
investigate from the beginning.
investigate the family from the beginning. So then it shows a flashback of David, the kid in the
But see,
beginning.
remember they said that you didn't get possessed, not cursed.
No,
Or didn't they say something like
they
that?
said that he's not possessed right now, but he might have been possessed during the murder.
So, because he's not possessed right
Oh,
now.
the little
Doesn't mean
kid.
He wasn't possessed.
Remember, because it shows the family scene, and all of a sudden it shows how the little kid waterbed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Oh
invited
yeah, that's what I was leading up to. That it shows a flashback of
Said he invited-
5 months earlier. Supposedly, yeah, the little kid invited the.
well, it was the item under the house that invited it. The kid just somehow was activated.
something.
I don't know. Either way,
Yeah.
they find out that it was this totem, is what they called it, was
Witch's
buried,
totem.
was on the bottom of the house, right where the kid was playing with the waterbed, and that's what I don't even know how to
Because the
explain this.
witch wanted the. I'm sure the witch wanted the little kid.
What was her motivation?
The witch wanted a soul. Random.
But that's
soul.
it, right?
Yeah, just a random soul.
So she had to do a curse, or
Yeah,
she?
so I guess supposedly these people do just these random ass rituals, and then they're just oh well, I just curse this family.
Because, like at the end, where the guy was like, "Oh, the demon
Show
requires."
the clip. Run the clip.
Because the demon requires a soul, this and that.
But what was her purpose of cursing the family in the first place?
But that's what I'm saying. It's
That's why
like,
they just do bad shit.
but the demon would like, if this whole thing was that she needed to do a curse or there was this ritual, the demon straight up just goes and takes her soul. I'm like, why can't he just do that to anybody? Like, why does it have to be this fucking
Like
ritual or like, why not just kill the Satanist? Like, plot hole. Hello.
Make sure you put that in my back.
But
No, but it's true. Like, what was the whole motivation of the lady to family and like curse the other people? And
like there was no
real like story behind like why
Maybe she had the hot
wanted-
for Ernie, whatever his name was.
you just wanted a soul. I'm like, what?
Or what is that gonna do? Is that gonna make her like a even more powerful?
Maybe younger.
I'm
Maybe
sure.
younger.
Maybe she made a deal. Maybe they could have explained it like
true,
that.
Yeah.
But they didn't explain it. That's the
No.
thing.
No, you're right.
No. But so where were we? Part of the
Bitches is bitches.
you just do. Witches is bitch.
Talking about.
So so the flashback scene, right? So yeah, the kid's playing in the waterbed. Kind of a creepy scene at first, and then it kind of drags, and then the arm comes out, and like I said, the jump scares you can see them.
You can expect it. That's the thing.
You could see them a mile
You can
away.
see it coming. And
Yeah.
That's not scary.
Nah.
I think all the jump scares are actually. Or not. So I was kind of like already expecting it. The kid on the water, but it's like the body's what.
It did have good suspense, like in the quiet scenes for a while, but I felt they dragged on too much to where I'm like, okay, like I was able to predict the jump scare when it was gonna come out, and yeah.
All right, whatever I said 5 minutes ago, scratch that. I didn't like this movie one bit.
Like now that we're talking about it, huh?
Recapping it.
Now that we're talking about it, you're like maybe this was trash.
Was I watching?
So the kid, we find that the kid is the one that activated it or somehow.
Summoned.
And then they find this totem thing, and they, fuck, where do it happens after that?
They just start investigating.
Yeah, they started investigating.
Yeah,
They
but
give pictures out to the police
And then
department.
the
That's
priest
true.
is like, hey, I think I've seen some shit like that. I used to know a priest back in
Yeah,
the day.
that's right.
They pulled shit.
Now.
and then I guess they wind up in the. Why did they go in the woods in the first place? To
find the because
murderer?
remember she wanted, but they wanted to exchange. You help me, I help you. So she was helping out their police department and solving a murder case.
and they were trying to find murders related.
They came.
with that little.
She took a picture of the totem,
Mhm.
and then she took copies
That's
of it.
right, that's
and then
right.
Their little assistant ran it through all the local police,
And they're all reporting murders that involve that.
and then one of the sheriffs.
They don't. So I'm guessing they did explain that. Oh, you know what? I think that was around the time where I was like bobbing and weaving, because I don't think they explained it well then. Them looking for the evidence and like how they're looking for how they're looking like just their process. Oh, actually, no, they did do it because
Yeah.
Because they wanted to exchange evidence. but the,
maybe I just wasn't paying
the
attention.
cop was like, "Nah, hold up, nah. You got to prove your powers first."
You're bad. Oh yeah, and then that's when she starts having this vision of
Love in the woods.
two teenage girls.
Stabbing her.
That part was
Falls
pretty
off the
That
brutal.
was pretty lame too. Yeah, straight up.
Especially when she's at the cliff.
Yeah, that's why.
Facepalm.
I
Saved
definitely,
her.
I definitely saw that jump scare
Did you
too.
notice that his face kind of turned ghostish though? When he went to go save her?
I
Like
don't know.
it turned kind of pale. I thought
Oh,
he was
he
kind
did
of
get pale. Yeah.
Maybe it was like too much
But
lighting.
you remember how supposedly he was the third person?
Yeah, but that happens later in the movie. Yeah, when they find it. Wait, when the flowers got there is when
Oh,
basically
that
he
scene was
was.
pretty intense.
Yeah, there was it had some good scenes of creepiness, but I just
That was the only good scene.
well the scene in the morgue, which I guess leads us. Yeah, that's probably the next scene that we're gonna bring up because it's part of the like I guess evidence that you're trying to find. So, what was the reason for them going to the morgue? They were trying to find the dead body of
That original.
the one that fell off
cliff.
the cliff.
Yes.
Okay. And through her, they were able to get into contact with.
That was her.
Yeah.
The girl that fell off the cliff. That was her body with the black foot.
Yeah.
So they so through that they were able to get, I guess they call it the connection between Lorraine and the Satanist behind the possessions or whatever.
Bitch.
And I thought that scene was pretty good.
Really? It was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it. How did she? I mean,
I think they both have the
Questions.
same like, I guess power, like psychic power. Like you know how
yeah.
Yeah,
Lorraine can-
because even she's like, "Oh, the connection works both ways,
Yeah.
Ed."
wait what?
But how was she? Did the body?
Because
Like that-
Lorraine has that.
Ability.
I know,
the-
but how does it like? I mean, anything.
Maybe they don't explain that very well either. But maybe here I'm gonna explain it for the movie. Maybe
She's just psychic.
maybe because she was
That's
a
it.
part of. She was somehow a part of that possession. I don't
Can't
know.
throw that out there. It's just.
Or they're throwing it out there for a court case. What you mean? Demonic possession and shit. I don't know. But then it cuts to Ed in the morgue, and the lights turn off, and I'm like, oh shit, something's about to go down. So he goes to turn the light on. The body they saw in the beginning when they walked in is not there anymore. I was like, oh shit.
That was a little creepy. I thought that was the first guy that died, but.
Who?
He had long hair.
Oh, the guy that killed.
That Arnie
Yeah.
killed. I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
kind
was
of did look like him a little bit.
Yeah, but I think
He was
maybe
bigger though.
yeah.
fatter.
But it was creepy. Like as soon as like the camera pans away, you see this like silhouette, which is always creepy, and then it starts twitching, and then it starts turning around. Like just the sound effects and everything were pretty good. I was like, okay, this is
Pretty
creepy.
good scene. Actually, really. Like
Yeah, and then he's like, Lorraine, you got to snap out of it. Cut the connection. Cut the connect. And
charges.
that fucking thing just charges, and it was pretty creepy, dude.
Yeah.
But this is another thing. Like, it would have been different if, like, whatever, he turned the light on and he looks, and then he's like, kind of gets shocked and starts having another heart attack. I feel like that would have been like added,
A
like,
little bit more suspenseful.
yeah, and then like Lorraine is trying to figure something out with the witch before she cuts the connection.
Yeah.
So she has to worry about him. She has to worry about the fucking dead body, and she has to worry about the fucking
That was
connection.
more intense.
I'm starting to
Like,
think-
imagine.
Oh, I
I'm
was
starting to think
Yeah.
it's more Hollywood now. Because
Yeah.
they never once mentioned, at least not to my knowledge, that Ed had a heart condition throughout all the movies. I think this was
Yeah.
Hollywood slash, hey, let's just add this. Makes the character a little bit more.
But it didn't, and I wanted it
I know,
to.
it didn't
I
do
wanted
shit
it.
to it.
I wanted it to be like that. Ed wanted to help out Lorraine, but no matter how much he tried, he couldn't. Like it would have added a bit more. And then at the very end, when she's in trouble, this motherfucker comes to the rescue. Yeah, boom! There we go, man.
I would have thought it was just like a ghost or like a. Weird. I didn't actual. But
Oh,
it
I
falls.
get you. I get you. Kind of like an
When he got the
illusion.
connection, all of a
Yeah,
sudden, whoop.
yeah. That part was pretty creepy. At first, I thought another body got up. I'm like, wait, I thought they cut the connection. I'm like, shit. Cut the connect. Do it now. Turn the light off. Turn the light off. Yeah, that scene was pretty creepy. And then,
Let me go back home.
yeah, go back home, and what happens then? Damn, I really can't. Fucking, we just seen this movie like what? Like,
They go back home. the assistant's there with the girlfriend.
Yeah, and they're all saying we're sorry for taking so long.
So
Or
they
some
go
shit.
back home, and then since they helped out the cops in the other town, they got the case file.
Oh yeah,
They
got
read through the
file.
case file, and they realized that that girl that drowned got her totem from a college.
Yeah,
college.
they're trying to find the location of this of the Satanist basically.
Yeah,
And
they pinpointed.
Yeah,
They do a triangle.
because there was some south, like in the south, I forget where exactly, and then there was one in New York. They were like, "Why is this one so far away? Where did she get her totem?" And then they were, "Oh, from this college. Where did she go to college at?" And it happened to be back in the south. And then they were like, "Oh, so this bitch has to be around this area." And wait, so why did Lorraine go back to the priest? I think I missed that part.
Because of the scripture and books.
One of the book translated.
Okay, so then she goes to the priest that
Alone.
happens to be the same house where that
It's by a river. It's by a train track.
yeah, where the Satanist was basically raised.
Yeah.
Yeah, which wasn't it wasn't really that intense. Like I don't know. Like I just knew that they were gonna make it out.
I started laughing when that fool was like, "Follow me." That fool literally disappeared for like 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden he just turns on the lights. I've been here, bro. I was like, oh
yeah.
my god, like this shit was so
I thought
stupid, bro.
I thought he was about to ambush her or some shit. But like,
I
that's my
know.
daughter. Yeah, I thought he was behind everything.
The scene where he locks the door.
So then, yeah, she shows up at this priest's house, and he basically explains that he raised this, or he tried to like raise her right, I guess, and keep her away from the collection of the witchcraft or demonic shit. But instead of her like avoiding
it's a bad idea to tell your kid don't do something.
Exactly, and she got into it and
did something.
That's basically how this whole shit started. It still doesn't explain why she targeted this specific family, but it explains where she comes from, I guess. Which was kind of a letdown. I don't know. I expected it to be this kind of like the nun. This demonic,
freaky thing. I think you only see the demon twice.
Kinda, and it's
the
always
waterbed scene, and then the scene where he grabs him at the jail, or when he's mopping. Remember, mopping, he drops his bucket.
Oh yeah.
When they're trying to investigate.
Oh, that bitch does come out. You right.
But then again, I expected it to be this otherworldly thing where Ed and Lorraine are like, "What the fuck do we do?"
Did I say B minus? Meant C minus.
It just keeps going down. But yeah, the whole twist was a letdown. The whole reveal of the lady was a letdown. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I expected the ending to be way more
Save your
intense.
money, kids.
Yeah, I'll probably wait for this. Exactly.
Get it.
I am looking forward to A Quiet Place 2. We're still gonna review that, but
All right, let's go.
let's go right now. But other than that, anything else you guys want to add to before we?
Yeah, how do you guys getting paid? Ed and Lorraine Warren throughout this whole.
They're psychics, right? Don't psychics get paid somehow, somewhere?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. What
Little
do you
son.
guys? All right, that's.
Don't do
Here's
this
a question.
crap
What do you guys
again.
think about that whole psychic shit? Like, obviously, it's some bullshit, right? Like,
It has to.
that's why I found those scenes kind of corny, where she was seeing the murder happen again, and she's like, I'm like, I get it's Hollywood, but I'm like, this shit just.
I can't say it's corny. I've had it. A situation happen to me. Very-
No psychic.
You had an
I had
experience?
an experience that I was not even in.
You talking about that? That was a rat.
What happened?
No, just someone told me like just stuff that someone knew. Like I was just like a person I never like talked to about a person, and they just literally poured out
About you?
a lot of stuff that was accurate, how I was feeling, like everything.
Oh, you're talking about like psychic readings.
It was like not intentional. But yeah, like I can't say like
Did they name anything specific, or it was mostly like
Bro, he just
generalized?
said only things he knew.
yeah.
Like, dang, that's crazy. I kind of.
Yeah, like I've been feeling like about my uncle.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like a. There's this I guess technique they kind of like use where they generalize like things. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
everyone has a at least an uncle named like fucking I don't know like
Yeah, I've heard
Hey,
stuff like
starts
that.
with a J?
Yeah.
Starts with a J?
Starts with a J. D. Anyone here? You? What do you?
Jay, when I say
Um,
Jay, I meant gay. Was he gay? Oh my god! And somebody else. Oh my god! Yeah, my dad uncle was gay.
Have you guys seen those videos like those psychic fail videos?
There was a famous guy back in the day.
James Randi, right? Randy? Wait. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, there was a guy back in the day. I remember watching his shit when I was a kid.
That would call him out.
He had a show that they make fun of in South Park.
Oh,
You remember that guy?
yeah.
This guy, he was psychic. He was known. They would pass his show like on Channel 5 or Channel
Okay.
9, I think.
Okay.
The same,
I thought-
same thing. He
I
would-
thought you were talking about, is his name James Randi? This older dude who literally, I think he had a show where he would bring on psychics, and he's known for the $1 million challenge. If they can like prove that they're like psychics, he would give them like $1 million.
Those are fails, bro.
Yeah, like straight fails, and he always had a scientific explanation. And yeah, just look it up with James Randi. I'll see if I can send you some Randy. I think it's Randy. I'm pretty sure. But he brings on psychics and he's like, if you guys can prove that you guys are really psychics, you guys can have this $1
You guys
million.
can marry my wife.
And no one has ever claimed it. So
No.
I don't think I know.
but I don't know. That whole psychic shit is
Look at the clip.
and we're back. But yeah, so final grades are
You know what?
a D. Really?
He's nuts.
I'm gonna have to change it to 50 now that I really, really think about it.
Yeah, the more we talked about him, the more stupid it
I
sounds.
was like,
And then again,
C-minus.
we didn't do the best job of describing it, but either way, that's just the more we talked about it, I'm like, this shit is whack. Yeah.
it was a real big letdown. Now.
Save Your Money is not as scary. The first two are definitely scary. The Exorcist is scarier than. Why am I looking at this? The Exorcist is scarier than this shit.
Fucking. Getting on the fucking podcast. This movie.
Oh my. Oh brother.
You gotta play that shit.
Oh brother. This guy. But yeah, huge letdown. It's a C.
Okay.
C for me still.
B negative, bro.
B negative. So I guess it rounds up to what, a C minus? Okay.
B plus.
B plus. B minus, D plus.
Nobody wants a D and nobody wants a C.
I'll go with the C minus, but yeah, it's huge disappointment. If they do make a next one, hopefully James Wan comes back. I like his art, his direction style. I'm willing to give this guy a second chance, but not with the Conjuring series. Not with the Conjuring series.
These are like something else.
These are a staple for being super scary, or like at least intense and like at the edge of your seat. Like
No.
they kind of dropped the ball on this one.
Storytelling.
Yeah, the story, like he said, was good, but the execution was not there.
Alright, guys, to tell you the truth, we weren't even supposed to watch this movie.
We were supposed to watch A Quiet Place too.
Sold out.
Yeah, we got on the tickets too late, and we were supposed to bring you guys A Quiet Place 2 before we brought you guys Conjuring, but it just shows which ones were sold out, which ones weren't.
That's very true.
We wasted our money so you guys wouldn't waste your money.
Don't go watch it in theaters at least. Like if you're still interested, wait for it to come out in VOD or whatever.
Why are we still talking about this
But
whack ass movie?
we will be bringing The Quiet Place Part 2 review, our thoughts, and then spoilers. And once again, to all you movie fucking experts out there, we're no fucking experts ourselves. These are simply just our opinion on the movies. And take it as you will. But yeah,
Tune in next week.
tune in. Shut up. No.
I was supposed to say that.
But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Tune in next week.
All right, guys. Out. You guys want to?
Tune in next week.
This guy.